as you guys can see by the title, we are going to be seeing if I am a narcissist. Me personally, I do not think that I am, but my little sister has called me a narcissist multiple times on different occasions, but I don't see it. But without us even doing a test, let's see what a narcissist even is first. So it says, narcissism involves a pattern of grandiosity, a severe lack of empathy, and an insatiable need for admiration. Key symptoms include an arrogant attitude, sense of entitlement and manipulation, exploitative behavior to maintain a superior self-image. It affects relationships through control, lack of emotional support, and emotional abuse. Okay, so me personally, I am not a person who lacks empathy. I am definitely an empathetic. I used to not really be empathetic towards people, but now I am definitely an empathetic. What does it say? Arrogant attitude. I don't really have an arrogant attitude. A sense of entitlement. I'm not gonna lie, I do have a sense of entitlement, but I think that's just because of the way that I grew up. Like, I feel like everything is for me, everything is mine, and I don't think that that's a bad ideology to have. So, but I wouldn't count that as being a little narcissist. Let's just say manipulative. I have my days where I can be manipulative, but I don't really do that no more. Exploitative behavior to maintain a superior self-image. I wouldn't say that, but I mean, my image does matter to me, but I feel like everybody's image matters to them, the way that you're perceived, throughout society. But like I said, looking at the definition, it really doesn't describe me. I wouldn't say all these things are me, but let's just take this test and see if it is me. All right, it says, are grandiose behavior, lack of empathy, or entitlement affecting your life or relationships? This free narcissist test provides educational insight into narcissistic personality patterns. Receive your score and clear next steps to understand your results. Okay, so it says, using the key below, please indicate how much each statement has applied to you over the past 12 months. Scale: 1 equals not at all, 2 equals a little bit, 3 equals moderately, 4 quite a bit, 5 extreme. All right, so without further ado, let's get straight to this. So it says, I often feel that I have natural talents or abilities that are far superior to those of most people. I mean, yes, but at the same time, no. I feel like everybody has their own talents, but I wouldn't say mine are superior than others. So I would just say, I'd say moderately. Okay. I spend a lot of time thinking about a future where I have unlimited success, power, or ideal love. Heck no, I don't be thinking about that. Not as much. I believe that my problems or thoughts are so unique that only high status or very special people can truly understand them. No, I feel like high status people, they probably won't even be on the same, we won't even be thinking about the same things. Like, and I can't even think like a high status person because they're dealing with things that I wouldn't even think to deal with or go through or anything like that. So I have to disagree with that one. It is extremely important to me that others recognize my achievements and give me praise I deserve. Give me the praise I deserve. I mean, I do like to be recognized on my achievements. And that's actually funny. Literally just yesterday, I was just thinking like, dang, I wish somebody could actually see like the achievements that I've been doing. Like, I wish I could share this with somebody. But is it super important to me? No, it's not the most important thing, but do I enjoy it? I mean, like, yeah, so I say moderately. I get frustrated or angry when I don't receive the special treatment or privileges that I believe I am entitled to. I have to agree. If I feel like I'm entitled to something and I don't get it, I'm going to be upset. Am I going to be furious? No, but I do get upset. So I'm gonna have to give it a 4. Sometimes it is necessary to use other people to achieve my own objectives. I think it depends on how you do it. Like, if you're just using them, then no, it's never good to use somebody. But if you're utilizing them for your own objective, I mean, like, yeah, you're gonna have to utilize other people because they might be knowledgeable about that situation. But it doesn't say utilize, it says use. So I would disagree. I don't like using people in general because I know I wouldn't want to be used. So I disagree with that one. I genuinely enjoy listening to other people's problems and helping them without expecting anything in return. I do, but at the same time, I don't. Like, I don't have a problem listening to it, but sometimes I'm just really not in the mood to hear your problems. Like, I got my own thing that I'm going with. So I say moderately. And do I expect anything in return? No, not really. I think just helping is the best return. Like, you telling me, okay, well, your advice did help me. I feel like that's the best return to receive. I used to really be giving out just phenomenal relationship advice. Like, I was giving out phenomenal relationship advice. I still kind of do. I frequently feel that others are envious of my success, or I find myself feeling envious of theirs. I would disagree. Like, I don't feel like anybody is necessarily envious of my success, and I don't envy anybody else's success, because I mean, everybody's basically on their own timeline. Like, whether it took them less time to get to where they want to be and it's taking you longer, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's all about the journey. The journey is what will, like, basically develop character. So I would have to disagree with this one. People have sometimes told me that I come across as arrogant or haughty. I don't even know what that means, even if I don't see myself that way. No, nobody's ever called me arrogant. Like, so I'd have to disagree with this one. I feel deeply ashamed or humiliated when someone points out my mistakes or criticizes me. I feel like it depends on my mood, but majority of the time I'll take criticism or even point out mistakes as like a joke, like, because majority of the time I even know what I did was wrong. So if you peep that and you make a joke about it, I'm gonna laugh at it. Like, I'm not gonna get frustrated over. So I would disagree. My self-esteem crashes immediately if I don't get the external validation or attention I was expecting. Heck no. Like, self-esteem really comes within. I do not look for anybody else to make me feel better. Granted, when people do, like, let's say compliment you or anything like that, everybody's self-esteem will get boosted, because that's just a feel-good thing. Like, especially if you feel like, let's just say you put on a really nice outfit and somebody compliments that outfit, that's just, your self-esteem will boost, but that's just you just upping your confidence in yourself. Like, yeah, I knew I knew this outfit was gonna look good. So I would have to disagree. Like, my self-esteem does not crash. I often hide my true self because I worry that if people saw the real me, they would reject me. Maybe when I was younger. Now I do whatever I want. Like, I really do not care, because at the end of the day, it's just me just being me. Like, I hate when people aren't themselves, and you can honestly tell when people aren't themselves. And there's this one person that I've been around, and like, I could just tell that he's just not being himself, and that, like, when he's around certain people, he'll act like he needs to essentially be better than everybody else. And I personally don't like that. I don't really like being around that person, but because if I had to, I will. Like, he's cool. There's no, like, problem with him or anything like that, but that's just something that I observed, and I'm not the only one that, like, noticed that neither. But to go back to me, I often have my true self. No, you're gonna get the real me. Maybe not the first time, maybe on like the third time you'll get the real me, because if I first meet you, I'm gonna be very quiet. I'm not really talkative at all. But then once I get comfortable enough and I know you enough, then you'll see me for real. I prefer to blend in with a crowd rather than be the center of attention. I agree. Yeah, I don't really like being center of attention. It's just too much unwanted attention. I like being in the back, quiet, like just chilling for real. So I have to strongly agree with that one. Nah, I give it a 4, because sometimes I do like being the center of attention. I experience intense outbursts of anger when people do not meet my expectations. Maybe not immediately. I always give people benefit of the doubt, but the longer it takes you to, I guess, meet my expectations, the more, I wouldn't say upset, but the more disappointed I would be in that person. but I don't get intense outbursts. No, so I'd say it's moderate. I'd say moderate. I often find myself thinking that most people around me are incompetent or inferior. It depends on where I'm at. If I'm at work, some people, yes. If I'm just every day in life, no, because I don't even know the person. But I would say a little, I'd give it a 2. Like, not really. I often feel that I am misunderstood or mistreated by the world despite my efforts. I'd have to disagree. I feel like I'm treated pretty fairly. Like, my biggest thing is whatever you put out in the world, you'll get back. So if you're spreading love, positivity, you'll get majority of that back. If you're spreading negativity and hate, then you're going to receive that. Like, you literally create your day. So if you have this mindset of, oh, I'm gonna be sad today, then sadness will overtake any type of happiness that tries to come into your life. Or if you're like, oh, I'm gonna be mad today, and if you just let your emotions take control of you, then you will suffer from whatever the strongest emotion is. But if it's happiness and like joy and everything like that, then that's always good. But never have negative emotions ruining your day. Always try and just look forward to just something, like whether it's a show, whether it's what you're gonna eat, whether even if it's you're just gonna go for a walk or just anything, just try and look forward to something throughout your day. So I would have to disagree. I naturally take charge of situations because I know I'm the best person to lead. I'd say moderate. I don't take charge of nothing if I don't know nothing. Like, if that's not my realm, then I'm not going to try and pretend like it is. But if nobody knows anything, then yeah, of course I would try and help, like, figure it out. But to just take charge because I know I'm the best person to lead, no. My motto is there is no one man above the group at all. But I am group leader. All my friends know that. My relationships often feel shallow because I find it hard to truly care about what others are going through. I'd have to disagree. I feel like my relationships have never been shallow. Like, I'm always a deep thinker. Like, there's always something bigger than what it actually is. And I always try to find the root in that, not only in relationships, but within myself. And I genuinely think people should always do that. Like, just because you have this one problem, find out why it is, like, because there's always an underlying meaning to why you feel that way. And once you identify that and really sit with yourself and identify that, you'll feel so much better, and it'll be easier for you to get rid of, if it's a negative habit, or just get rid of how you're feeling towards that situation. So I have to really disagree. I often feel resentful when others get recognition or rewards that I think I deserved more. I mean, yes and no. Like, me personally, if somebody got an award and I feel like I did better than them, then yeah, I'm going to feel some type of way. But I wouldn't like hate them, like this person sucks, like they should have never got it. Unless it's, I don't know. At the same time, I don't know, because if it's something that I really feel like, no, I did way better than them, like, if I put my all into it, like I said, and it's actually like fire and theirs is trash, I don't think I would feel resentment. Because it's not like, because resentment is what, like, when you're like, ugh, like I can't stand them, like da-da-da. I don't think I would be that. I think I'd be upset because I put in so much work. But if I seen them again, I would just be like, okay, this is competition, like, but like good competition, not hateful competition. So I'm gonna give it a 2. Okay. I believe that everyone's needs and opinions are just as important as my own. I mean, yes and no. Like, I do believe that they're important, but I'm not going to dwell on somebody else's. No, actually, I'm looking at it wrong. I believe that everyone else's needs and opinions are just as important as my own. Yeah, I feel like it's a yes and no. Because it's like, I'm not going to put my needs over yours unless it makes sense for me to. Or, your opinion could be really bad and my opinion could be really good. And I don't know. That's why even for the opinions, it's kind of just like, I kind of just chop it up as kind of like to each his own. Because some people might think one way and I might think another way. And there's really like no wrong answer, or I just can't see through how they feel about it. I believe that everyone's needs and opinions are just as important as my own. I agree, but I'm not gonna say like, oh, I extremely agree. Like I said, my needs are just as important as your needs. So I mean, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter, but I'm not gonna put my needs and opinions over yours unless it makes sense for me to. So moderately agree. All right, so let's see. I don't think that I'll be a narcissist, but let's just see what the score says. I'm gonna close my eyes. All right, let's see. Your result, 40 out of 100, occasional self-enhancement. So it says, what does the score mean? Occasional self-assessment. Dang, 100 would mean that you're a narcissist. 60 to 79 means notable self-centered tendencies. What I got was occasional self-enhancement, and minimal self-focused patterns is 20 and 39. So it says, what does the score mean? You sometimes catch yourself daydreaming about future success, power, or ideal relationships. When recognition doesn't come as expected, you may notice a dip in how good you feel about yourself. I mean, sometimes, yeah. Frustration can surface when situations don't unfold the way you feel they should. Okay, that's true. You generally care about others, though empathy may require more conscious effort in certain moments, which is pretty much true. Feedback about coming across dismissive or self-focused might surprise you occasionally. No, it genuinely would. If somebody said you are a narcissist and self-focused, I'd be like, how? Like, I'm the most nicest person, most caring person you probably would ever meet, like, without a doubt. But, I mean, yeah, I'm glad that I'm not a narcissist. I didn't think I was a narcissist. What do you guys think? Did you guys think I was a narcissist just by, like, watching my videos or anything like that? Comment that down below. I will be putting this test down below in the description. So if you want to take it for yourself, please take it and comment what you get. Let me know if my subscribers are narcissists or not. But hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, y'all. Peace.